honestly, this isn't going to be the best, like, highest production value thing I've ever recorded, but I'm also very sick. So today I'm in my dressing gown. I'm actually in my pajamas with yoga pants on because I'm tired. I've come down with a gnarly cold, and but I wanted to do a little August chat video, so I've set it up, but it's not the best. I've made me some ginger and lemon tea because cold. Oh, that's good. Today, instead of a favourites video, we're just going to do a chat because, to be honest, I don't really have that many favourites from the month. August has been a heartbreaking month. If you don't follow me on Instagram, if you don't follow me on Instagram, or if you didn't watch my previous vlog, my grandma passed away, and she was 69, so it was very unexpected. She lived with my mum and I lived with them until about 5-6 years ago. So we were very, very close. She was the person who got me into reading, I attribute that to her completely. So yeah, she passed away very suddenly and very unexpectedly. She actually went to the doctors the day before and they were like, "You're good, you're sweet," and then she wasn't. But it's the second death in our family that has both of the deaths in our family have been very shocking. The first death, well, I'm talking about like in my adulthood, the first death was my auntie, and she died when she was like 32 or something, and she left behind 3 kids. So now it's just my mum raising those kids. So initially I wanted to film this video, like a depression chatty update video before my nana passed, and it was going to be a completely different video at that point, because at the start of August, end of July, I actually felt like I was heading out of the depression. Like I felt like I was having way more good days than bad days, and I know those are not the best terms to use. Good and bad don't really exist in terms of feelings and emotions. They're all relevant, but I was feeling better than not. So I wanted to film this video, and if I had filmed it then, it would be completely different because I was feeling so good. But then that happened, and it kind of gave me sort of a key back to my depression. Like I had been working really hard, and being very proactive with doing things that I knew would benefit me and to keep me on track, and it felt like I was on top of it. But then Nana died, and it really knocked me off. Naturally, because initially it was just grief, and then it was like emptiness, like what's the point in living sort of feelings. And honestly, I have those quite a lot. I don't know why I'm telling you about it. Just being honest, I have very dark thoughts frequently, less so than I used to, I guess, which is good. But yeah, but I guess the point is that, man, this ginger tea is really good for my throat. I guess the point is that depression subsides and rises again, and it's just like anything in life that anyone struggles with or doesn't, like just anything in life. It's like a wave, and that it like goes like this all the time, and that's just how life flows. And I have always wanted my emotions and my feelings and my happiness to always be like a very stable, steady emotion. But I'm not like that at all, and I don't know if anyone is. So this year in therapy, I've been working more on like being okay with the turbulence that my brain is. So yeah, I'm still doing therapy. I go to therapy every weekend. Not at the moment though, because she's away for 3 weeks because she's traveling. I also am on medication, and I take those every day, mostly. I have been slacking this month with it because my bullet journal went out the window, everything just went out the window, and I was just kind of living in this phase of getting to the next moment, and now my body is really worn out and tired because I'm exhausted, and I have been trying to support everyone else and trying to support my mum, and then going to work and just doing everything, and there's not been a chance for me to really lie down and do stuff that I wanted to do, which I've been finding really tough. Losing my nan is really hard because she worked in mental health, so she really understands the area, and I would just go and be like, bruh, I'm depressed. And then just like, she'd understand. So having that person there is not there is not cool. I thought I could do a little segment on depression, and be like, these are the things that are helping. I haven't done any of these things, but these are things that I know help me to like proactively get myself into a better space. And sometimes I feel really angry about it because I'm like, normal people, they don't exist, but normal people in my brain, they don't have to do all this extra hard work to get their brain to just function at a normal level. But that's not true anyway. So the things I do to help with my depression, or to help ease depression: routines, really cool, really important, and they help to keep everything more, they just help simplify things, like when your brain's not working, and some days your brain is not working. Like today, I know I'm addled with sickness as well, but today I went to the supermarket to get ginger and mandarins. I walked out with ginger, apples and kiwi fruit, no mandarins, and I was like, what the hell? Where did the mandarins? No, how did I forget those? But there are things where when you're in a depression phase, your brain just literally stops working. The other night, I went to cook dinner and then Luke comes in, we had the girls, and then Luke comes in like half an hour later and he's like, hey, yo, you haven't turned the oven on? And I was like, oh, that's why it's not cooking, because I just put the things in there and then just walked away. I did it with the washing machine too. Go do the washing, but don't turn it on. So anything to kind of simplify your routines and your brain really helps. The structure is really nice. Walking and exercise, I know, but it does actually really help. And some days, after sitting down at work all day, some days you just need to get out and walk, and it makes you feel so much better. Some days I really struggle with it, like there are photos of me being like, fuck this, I don't want to walk no more. But more often than not, the walking and the going to the beach, because that's my favorite place, makes me 1,000 times. It really helps me to get into the present and, soothes my aching heart. Meditation is another one that's really key. In July, I was meditating every day. I had a really wicked, really good morning routine going. Then it stopped. So I need to get back into that. Meditating, I don't know what it is about it, but just allowing that space in the morning for your brain to be quiet, it just makes such a wild difference to my day, and I really adore it. Journaling is another key one. I journal a lot. I tend to carry my journal with me and journal whenever I need to get stuff out of my brain. I've always been a journaler since I was young, and like, I think a lot of people have weird perceptions about it, like, oh, dear diary, but for me it's so normal because I've been doing it since I was like 9. When things are in my brain, it always feels very chaotic, but then when I get it on page, it seems more simpler, and it's really cathartic, and I don't know, it's just kind of releasing to get it all out. Another thing is to not shut yourself off from people, which is one I struggle a lot with, because that's my habit. If I go into a dark spot, my brain tells me that nobody loves me, everybody hates me, and tells me to go and eat worms in the garden. That's a child's rhyme, if you don't know. I'm not actually going to go eat worms because I'm a vegan. But my brain tells me that nobody loves me or likes me, and because of that, I go inwards and I get scared and I don't want to get hurt and I push people away. But yeah, don't push people away. And then the other thing is to rest. On my days off, I like to allow myself one day to rest, and that hasn't happened at all this month, and that's why I'm getting to this point where my body's exhausted, worn out, and it's sick. It's like my body was just like, you're not listening to me, I need a break, I'm tired, I want to lie down, but you're not listening, so I'm going to force you by getting a sickness. When I'm not fuzzy in my brain and I'm not sick, I'll do a proper video kind of thing, just being like, these are the things that help with depression. I think that would be a really good video, actually. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And then I've got another video planned about depression called the Depression Plan, which is going to be like a plan for like when you get depressed, what you can do, and then you can make one for your partner or significant people in your life, and you can give them this piece of paper and be like, bro, this is what needs to happen when I'm depressed. Despite being sick, I've actually been having better days than bad, which has been nice, because I spent most of August in this lull, in this like really gross, depressed darkness, fog, where I was like, what the fuck is the point in living, because ultimately we just die. This month I've been doing the readathon, the Newts, and I didn't think I'd actually finish it because Nana died, and then I didn't read for like 2 weeks because nothing was really interesting me. I didn't care about anything. When I started reading again, that made me feel better about myself because it was a small thing that I had achieved. And achievement is often something that can help you to feel better about yourself and lift you out of a depressed space. Reading wise, I have nearly finished Circe, which is my last read, and then I would have actually finished the readathon, which I didn't think I was going to do at all, and I'm really proud of myself. I missed a lot of the activities and the quizzes and stuff just because I was busy with family stuff, but it's been really enjoyable, and I love doing this readathon. It's a Harry Potter readathon, so of course I'll love it. I don't know, I'm feeling tired and run down, worn out, exhausted, and sick, evidently. I don't know, I'm finding it hard to find space for myself to rest and to be. So there are things I want to do, but I don't have the time of day to do it because I go to work, and if you don't know about my work, I don't really like my job. I'm a video editor, but it's for a company I don't like, and I have a lot of trauma linked with the building, so it brings out my depression and anxiety. And I've been there for 4 years in that building. That causes me pain. But I'm actively seeking other work now, so I'm applying for other jobs, which is cool. But that contributes to me when I get home. I'm exhausted and like to lie down. Yeah. Anyway, those are the things. That's my random chat that didn't make sense at all. I don't know, maybe it would have been better if I had planned what I was going to say, but my brain isn't here at the moment. Me right now is the embodiment of how August has been. Just like, gross. I asked you guys to ask me questions, and I would do a little Q&A, so that's what I'm going to do now. You can follow me at OK by Noon, which is the blog Instagram, or my personal account is at Beers for Brittany. You can follow me there. I used to do Q&As all the time at the end of my vlogs, so either I might bring that back if you guys want it, or I thought maybe each month I could do like a Q&A video. I actually got a couple questions about being a stepmom, which makes me really happy because they are a big part of my life that I don't share. And the reason that I don't share it often is because the children aren't just mine. They belong to a lot of different people, and they belong to themselves. So I am a stepmom. I have 2 stepdaughters. One is 10 and one is 4. And it's wild. So Gracie Darling said, just wondering what it's like being a stepmama or a bonus parent. And Lulacorn asked what it's like being a stepmom. I think there were another few. So what it's like being a stepmom is wild. Like, it's something I never expected to experience in my life. It was never in my life plan, you know, but then I fell in love with Luke, and he had 2 girls, so they came into my life. Luke and I have been together for about 4 or 5 years, and I would say that I wasn't a stepmom until about 2 years ago. So we moved in with each other just over 2 years ago, and that was when things became more step-parenty, because before that I was sort of seen as dad's girlfriend. Like, I'd hang out with them occasionally but not often, but when we moved in with each other and they lived with us, you know, that changed things. And it's weird because with a baby, you get a baby and you grow with the baby because you don't know what you're doing, and the baby doesn't know what it's doing, and you grow together. But then with stepchildren, you're given these fully formed, creatures who already have ideas and like rules and norms and personalities, and you're just like, what do I do with you? And it's really overwhelming and scary. At first I went into being a step parent as like, I want them to like me so bad, and I tried really hard, and I don't think I've ever stopped trying to make sure that they feel loved and welcomed in our house, and that it's their home as well. And yeah, I overthink things a lot, and I just try to make sure that the girls know that they are very loved here, and that's kind of my role in things. There are often things that you battle with, like, because there's another family, it's a split family situation, so they've got two families and they do different things, and in our house we're comfortable talking with their other house, so like, but still at times it gets to me in my brain, because I'm like, am I the better stepmom? Am I doing this wrong? Am I bad? And I get overwhelmed with things a lot. But it's such a beautiful learning experience. Like, they've taught me so much, and they've helped me to grow up. I found it difficult at the start because a lot of my friends at the time weren't parents. None of them were parents, or had stepkids, and so no one could understand what it was like to have this in my life. So I read a lot of books, and I did a lot of research, as I do with everything, and that really helped. It's been a rewarding thing because, I don't know, like, they could hate you and it's scary, but I just make sure they know that I love them. And the thing is, like, when you first meet them, you want them to be like, you want them to like you and stuff, and you want them to treat you as how they treat their dad. But they know their dad. They've known him all their life, but they don't know you. So it takes time, and it takes a lot for them to kind of warm up to you and to like build your relationship. And for the first 1.5 years, and still now, I guess, it was all about relationship building and making sure that we were in a safe environment, that we could build a beautiful relationship that worked for both of us. The other thing is boundaries. Like, I never wanted to growl them because I was like, I don't want to be the bad person, and like, if I growl them, they will hate me and they won't like me. But then you realize that you're the adult, like, you have to make the decisions. They're looking to you for leadership, so you got to do it. But I avoided it for a lot because I was like, I don't want to make the wrong choice. And that's another thing, like, they know how to do some certain things, they do certain ways, and then you come in, like, giving medicine or something. I've only started administrating medicine this year, and I'm like, here's a teaspoon of this, and they're like, no, we take 3 teaspoons of that. And I'm like, oh, I'm a bad stepmom, what is wrong with me? But it's all a learning experience, and it's been really cool, and I couldn't imagine my life without them. Like, they're just such an intrinsic part of my life now. We have them 2 times a week, and we're pushing for more days because we want them more. But the other thing that you have to deal with when you're a step parent is the co-parents. And our relationship with our co-parent is very toxic. Their mum hates me, and that's fine. She can hate me. Basically, if you have a good co-parent situation, the step parenting might be a bit easier, but you know, you're just kind of dealt cards that you're given with. They've taught me so much, and I've learned to love them, because love wasn't something that just came like straight away, which is what I wanted it to be like. I wanted it to be like an instant connection, but that's just not how it is, and it took years for us to build a beautiful relationship that we have now. So it's wild, and it's tiring, and it's like exhausting but fun, and you get to do cool things, and you also get breaks, and I don't know, it's something I never expected, but something I really thrive at. Yasmin asked me what my favourite season is, and I'm starting to think that it's summer and spring, but I also really like autumn because the leaves are crunchy and red. But I do like the sun in the summer, when it's not too hot though, because that just melts me. Luke asked, can we get a bloody dog already? And the answer is yes, we can. We have to move out of this house because our landlords hate us and they don't want us to have a dog. So we have to move from here and then we can get a dog, bruh. So find me a house. Oh, and then Gracie asked, what is your favourite part about being a step parent? Or she worded it as bonus parent, which I really love. So my favourite part about being a bonus parent is getting to add more love into the girls' lives and doing things with them that they really like. I feel like I'm helping to shape beautiful humans. Not beautiful, but like brave and enlightened and gorgeous humans. Yeah, and just like doing all the fun stuff. That's what I really enjoy. And cuddles. When they hug me, I feel like I'm a good stepmom. It means so much to me, like they don't even know. Lucy Watty asked me what made me start doing YouTube. And I actually was a blogger. I had a blog in 2010. I started my first blog, and it was called Lemonwood and Honey because I wanted it to be very Harry Pottery, and I did baking things and stuff like that. And then someone asked me to show them a video of my Beyond Retro petticoat. I had like it's like one of those ones that you put under 1950s dresses, and it was bright blue, and I got it in London. And they asked for a video, so I made a really dorky video, and it was like probably nothing like what they wanted. It was just me jumping around in my garden. And then after that I made like an introduction video, and I was like, this is cool. I was studying communications, heading to major in journalism or video production, and I just fell into the world of video editing. So before I even went into the video production major, which is what I ultimately ended up doing, I started editing videos, and I loved it. And then in my second year of uni or my third year of uni, I had a major freelance thing come through for me. I won a competition to be a blogger for a town, like a mall here in New Zealand, and for them I made monthly videos. So yeah, initially I just started my blog because I was bored and because I needed something to do in the summer of 2010 from when I finished high school and started uni. And then I went to YouTube because I don't really know. I just found this. I was watching a lot of YouTube, so I wanted to try and make the things. Amy Kloss asked me what is my favourite op shop find. Oh my god, my chair! The stool. This is my favourite op shop find. This is my art stool that I have in my office. And yeah, I'd say that's got to be my favourite op shop find because it wasn't perfect when I got it. It was silver and gold. Now it's like this cool painted on vibe, and I can sit on it and paint on the easel. And it was only $20, $25. So yeah, I think that's my favourite thing. And my other favourite thrift store find is this bag, which I got from a thrift store for $4. Originally it didn't have these handles. I'll insert a picture of what the handles were. So I DIY'd them, washed the liner, reattached it, and it's really big, and it's the best market bag ever. Also books, jars. I love op shopping. In this month coming up I want to do a video about going op shopping and book thrifting because that would be cool. I'm just going to leave that still there. So High Street Hour is a subscription box that Luke got me for my birthday, and she asked me if I would recommend it. So it's a Harry Potter subscription box, and you get a bunch of Harry Potter related items in it that are very creative. Would I recommend it? Okay, so if you're in New Zealand, it costs a lot to get it here. Shipping is astronomical, and also the time that it gets shipped is very weird. They take their orders in advance, so if you buy it in June, which we did, you're ordering the July box, and because of shipping it didn't get to us until the 31st of July. So it was like a box that we were waiting for a long time. Opening of it was worth it. I had a lot of fun opening it, and it was like a surprise, and I love those kind of parcels where I don't know what's inside. But at the same point in time, it was very pricey for what it was, and we got a lot of good things, and it was really thought out, and the company seemed so lovely. It is nice as a one-off. I probably wouldn't buy it as a regular just because of the price to get here. But I think that's the case with all boxes. Like, to New Zealand it's really pricey to get the shipping. I think I would recommend it if you're a big Harry Potter fan and you want a treat. And it's a special occasion. This has made me feel really good and like lifted my spirits as well. So thank you so much for watching. If you let me know if you'd be interested in doing monthly Q&As, because honestly I think I would be. September I'm hoping is going to be a way better month than August, but like, you know, who knows at this point. I'm gonna go. I've got dinner at my mum's now and I have to get out of my pajamas, so I will say goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. This has actually brightened my day a lot. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!